Forever. Forever. Forever.
I love that.
Good Monday morning.
Good morning, everybody, particularly Nate.
Particularly Nathaniel of the Dead Weight. I know that your name's probably supposed to be a joke, but I don't like calling you Dead Weight, Nate, because it's like...
Sometimes I find myself
neat.
just calling you dead weight, and then I'm like, oh,
yeah.
no, but he's
not dead weight.
He's not that at all.
Hope you're doing well. We decided to start about 15 minutes earlier just because we got a bunch of stuff to do today.
We woke up really early and we were like really caffeinated, and
yeah, the cat was like 5 a.m. I would love to
crawl all over you.
Yeah, and then as soon as we get up, he goes to bed because he is a dickhead.
But we saw Carl this morning, and we saw Carl yesterday, which was great because Carl had been gone for about a week.
Big ups. Yeah. We hadn't seen him maybe even longer than a week.
The last day we saw him was that big storm, which I think was last week Sunday. We saw him in the morning, and then there was the big storm, which had like a plow wind that came through.
Yeah, it was also known as a thunder gust.
A thunder
we recently
gust.
learned that a plow wind is known as a thunder gust.
So me being me, a very worried mom, I was like, oh no, my poor cat child that doesn't know he's my cat child is dead somewhere.
Oh!
Yeah. But we went for a little walk yesterday, and then we were standing in the yard by the garden. Or no, by your shed that you built. Yeah, I think that's where we were standing. And I looked over, I was like, oh my god, it's Carl! And Carl was sitting in his spot.
You just kind of gave me one of these, like, it's
and
I was like, oh my god, it's Carl!
So,
that's spooky!
That was real nice. So I worry about that little shit a lot.
Yeah, it's amazing how an animal that we didn't agree to take in is basically means more to us than some people we've met. Holy crap, rolling in, it's the disposable gamer. Hey, hello. Hey, good to see ya. Hope you're well. Deadweight Nate, if you're not following the disposable gamer, make sure you do. It's Code Synth. And I think I can go at the disposable gamer. I think that works.
I think.
I'll click it and see.
I'll click it and see. Go to channel. Hey, look at that.
Codesmith.
It did something.
Code's got a video out and a short out.
Yeah.
Doing really good.
Or it took you to our channel?
Oh, it took. Why did that work? It opened up. Oh, 404 not found.
Oh, okay. Don't click that link, people. It's not a real link.
Code. Maybe I don't even know how. If I think I said it for links to work or whatever. Type it. Just YouTube.
Hey, yeah.
Type it into the search bar.
Dispose code. Whatever your channel link is, post it in chat.
I think you have to take out the. Well, how am I supposed to know that? I be riding on a dragon, you be riding in the rental. Well, we dance up in the club. I summon Blizzard Elemental. You know what? The classic wizard man. Yeah, we didn't do a lot. Well, I mean, we did. I had cut. So because of my physical issues, I set like kind of, like a big task or whatever. I'm too dumb to stop before it hurts. So I do something that relatively incapacitates me and makes me feel like I did something for the day. Because I'm dumb. And instead of taking my time, you know what I mean? And so I cut the grass.
Yeah.
I did a little other. We had some pallets in kind of a small makeshift shed area that I cleaned up, and a couple more things that we obviously have to do. But it's nice to do some of the yard work we couldn't do last year because we were too busy doing everything else.
Building this. I made a big pot of soup. I also embroidered.
You also made some delicious spaghetti.
I've decided that my shirt needs embroidery on it.
Soup?
So I started to do that the other day, and that's been my fun little project.
Hold it closer. It looks really good.
That's what I've been working on. How fun. I'm like an old lady. I made my grandma's soup, and then I embroidered.
And I just kind of put my suspenders on one side at a time and drag things around the yard with my cane.
Nate, I made my grandma's vegetable soup. So I actually posted the recipe in Discord. And by recipe, it's a really loose recipe. I'll walk you through it. So,
I mean, soup is kind of loose in general because it's just things floating in water,
It's a garden vegetable soup, so you really kind of make it with what you got. But you have some basics in the soup, which are peas. Peas are a must for this soup. Carrots, onions, celery,
mise en... Or no, wait, what are those called?
Well, yeah, that's
no, the three...
carrot, onion, celery. That's your mise en place. Yeah.
No, mise en place is everything has its place.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's your mirepoix.
Mirepoix.
Sorry. Yeah. This is we're doing your mise en place when you're cutting all these.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
To
and
throw
you're gonna want some potatoes. And if you got like a green pepper, that's great too. But that's the basic ingredients of this recipe. Oh, and the one special ingredient is a herb called summer savory, which I didn't have because I never realized that my grandma put it in her soup. I hadn't heard of it till this summer when my mom was like, "Oh, you need to make sure you have the summer savory," and I was like, "What the fuck is summer savory?" So I looked it up. It's part of the savory family, which it's in the herbes de Provence herb mix, and also a lot of Italian seasoning herb mix. It's in that. A good substitute for summer savory is oregano, apparently. So I honestly made like a little tea bag of Italian seasoning, and that's what I used in our soup the other day. But so this is how you're going to start your soup. You're going to take a big pot. You're going to put your peas, which are still in the pod, in the water, a good amount of salt, and your summer savory or your Italian seasoning tea bag. And you're gonna boil that for like a really long period of time, to the point where you're like, this looks like maybe it's a little bit gross, but you're gonna cook it until like you can very easily squish the peas out of the pea pod. And maybe like some of like the pea pod skin like mushes a little bit as you're like pushing the peas out of the pod with a fork.
Yeah,
because
mushy
you're gonna put that back in your soup to add flavor. So yeah, you cook your peas till they're like really fucking well cooked, and then you take them out of the pod, set them aside, and then you add in your onion, carrot, and celery, and you cook that till it's kind of like all softened, and then add in your potato and your beans. I really like using Scarlet Runner beans when they're still pretty juvenile, and I can just cut them up in the pod because I really like them like that. And some chopped pepper, and just cook that till your potato is soft, and your soup is basically ready. And then when you serve it, the way my grandma always served it is she would put some table cream on the table, like some 18% cream, and then you just pour a little cream in your soup, and that just, it makes it linger on your tongue a little bit longer.
Doesn't sound terribly complicated.
No.
You boil things.
You boil
in
vegetables in water is basically
yeah,
what
I
you're
preferred
doing.
it without the cream, but I can understand how if you were a little older, it would add something to it.
I like the cream. That's
So,
just because how
I think Disposable Gamer would
Yeah.
like it because he notoriously only eats potato soups. Also, thank you for giving us the approval for the background. Yeah, it's nice to know that there's a bunch sitting in the fridge that we get to enjoy
That's
for
gonna be
lunch
our
or
lunch or
supper.
Yeah.
And
then we're also
I
gonna
do
have
love me
tomato sandwiches
potatoes.
today.
Freaking tater lover. Yeah. We gotta run in and we gotta go grab some stuff after stream. Stream kind of works out well because it gives us time to let everything open because it's a small town and you go to the store when they're open.
Yeah.
The store's not open just in case you want to go.
And sometimes if you go out to the co-op closer to lunchtime, they have pizzas you can buy for like $12.
Yeah, it was actually really quite good.
It's really good pizza.
I was mildly distracted listening to what you were saying, but thinking about what code had written there. He's
Games
gonna
that have potatoes.
games that have potatoes, and then you can just put potato. Or what's his name? Samwise Ganges.
Isn't there a game based off of like the raisins from?
Yeah, the California raisins. I've played it on stream. We didn't do.
You having your feet on there is making the camera move.
Oh yeah, making it a jiggle.
Yeah.
Brotato is the ultimate potato game. I think I seen that one on Steam or something. Was it Steam? But we didn't do a whole lot other than some of that stuff, some house stuff. It was actually kind of rainy, gloomy.
Yeah.
We kind of weebed out.
We watched a lot of Dragon Ball.
I think we went from episode 80. Oh yeah, no, I think we got there on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
So we went from episode 80 to episode 120 of Dragon Ball, and it's becoming slightly more familiar.
And the more we watch it, the more I'm like, the movie wasn't that bad. The movie was pretty, if you're gonna boil down an entire storyline of an entire anime into an hour and a half long movie, they did a not terrible job, except for all the whitewashing shit.
Yeah, except for who they cast.
Yeah, except for who they cast.
For
most of
mainly
it.
Goku. Mainly Goku.
Yamcha was good.
Yeah, and
Chi-Chi
what's her
was
name
fine.
as Bulma?
Yeah, Emi Rossum as Bulma. I liked Emi Rossum as Bulma.
Yeah, so I think I knew more about Dragon Ball Z now that we started watching this, but I didn't. Finding out more about Piccolo and all that stuff makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. And then King Piccolo dying and regurgitating the egg that then becomes Piccolo.
Yeah, the honestly, I always thought being a voice actor would be cool.
Yeah.
But not in anime.
No.
All you do is scream
Grunt.
like you're taking a huge dump.
Yeah.
For 25 minutes of a 30-minute episode, it's them going, Danny, how are you? How is the family of foods, beans and couscous? It's great to see ya. But yeah, they stopped showing as much naked little Goku.
Plugged into this
Yeah.
hemisphere right here. Just the tip about this
No
much of it.
tips. They,
I really appreciate the lack of naked Goku. That's
Yeah.
nice.
And I mean, there's a couple tidbits we picked up,
Yeah.
and one of the most valuable ones is
Master Roshi.
the truth is always hard to take when you choose to live a lie.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Holy shit,
what?
Master Roshi.
There's so many people.
Episode 94. That is from.
There's so many people in the world that need to realize that.
Yeah.
You're only upset because you purposely are choosing
To live a lie.
this strange way. We'll be there soon making some work calls. Did you guys know we got the doodle monster here? The famous wiener, Mr. Levity.
Can I have the famous
There's a Lev
wiener in
3
my-
now. But yeah, it's
Oh, we watched some trailers for some older movies that we kind of want to watch that look really interesting. Remember there was that Kronos
oh yeah,
and
strange older ones.
let me look at it. I do want to watch these movies because they look so weird. They're both vampire movies.
Levity equals doodle monster.
The Reflecting Skin. That was the name of the other one. Which is also kind of funny because in Twilight the vampires have reflecting skin, but this definitely has nothing to do with Twilight.
Yeah, they were not so. We tried to watch this movie with Viggo Mortensen.
Oh yeah, it was
It was so.
it was a David
messed up.
Cronenberg movie. And it was where he grew extra organs so he could do like artistic performance surgery on himself. We didn't finish watching it. It was weird.
They like transplanted organs on him so that the art was them surgically removing them in a room of people.
He grew the intestines. He had the ability.
Didn't they? Oh, they didn't just attach it to him.
He
to
had
grow?
the ability to grow these extra superfluous organs, and then they would like remove them on stage as part of like theater performance.
It was so.
And it
fucked
also
up.
had Kristen.
I don't know if I have seen this.
I don't know if I've seen Naked Lunch.
I also grew my intestines. Congratulations. I don't know if I have.
I don't know.
It sounded familiar, but it might just be an adult documentary I've seen.
Oh
by
no,
that
we
name.
because it has Peter Weller. One of my favorite movies has Peter Weller.
What the fuck is it called right now?
Buckaroo Banzai.
Buckaroo Banzai.
Buckaroo Banzai's fucking phenomenal. If you have not seen it, watch Buckaroo Banzai. It makes like zero fucking sense. It's so great.
I wonder if it's in his known for.
Yeah, it's right there.
The
Naked Lunch.
Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
Across the 8th dimension.
Buckaroo Banzai. It also has what is Dr. Big Boutte?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. John Lithgow is this movie is so good, you guys.
Oh yeah. So Peter
Jeff
Weller
Goldblum,
is Buckaroo
New
Banzai.
Jersey. We should watch a trailer for this.
John Lithgow is Lord John Worfen.
Yeah, he's the bad guy in this. He's the
Jeff
big bad.
Goldblum is named New Jersey.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
He's John Big Boutte.
John Big Boutte. Getting so many movie recommendations here. John Big Boutte.
This is 9 minutes?
There's something over there. Right there.
This is 9 minutes, whatever this is.
Buckaroo Banzai. It's the latest issue.
Oh, it's like a. It
is a trailer.
comic?
No, that's a 9-minute trailer.
Are these clips of it? I just wanted to find the trailer.
Well, you might be able to find it on YouTube easier.
Yeah, I just sometimes on YouTube
Yeah.
I get.
I'm actually not surprised that it has a 9-minute trailer. Like, that seems totally appropriate for it.
And trailer.
Oh,
Buckaroo
there you go.
Banzai.
That's a
Yeah,
minute
you
20.
should definitely. This one is a most.
This
apt.
is a definitely watch this because it is strange. It is so good.
It's got amazing practical effects.
The dance sequence.
I mean, the outfits, like, keep track of the faces.
Buckaroo, President's on line 1, calling about is everything okay with the alien spacecraft from Planet 10, or should he just go ahead and destroy Russia?
Tell him yes on 1 and no on 2.
That honestly describes
Destroy Russia or number 2?
that describes so little of what goes on in that
Oh,
movie,
it's so
but
good.
I don't think you need
Yeah.
any more, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you. It's fantastic.
It's such a good movie.
It's nothing.
I want to rewatch it soon. Actually, it's so good.
Honestly, though, it kind of makes me want to listen to the new song that's been stuck in my head for like a day or so now.
What's that?
So it comes from a meme. Comes from a meme. Oh wait, what is it? 5 Margarita Woman?
Oh. Okay, so there's this lady online, a Sister Sue.
Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is.
Okay, we need to get background though on like the lady who's inspired this.
Oh wait, this isn't the original. Is it?
We need before we start playing this
I wasn't
song,
gonna
though.
play the song. I was gonna play this background thing first. So this woman is thinking that everyone is agreeing with her.
Yeah.
And I mean, if any of you out there want to commentate,
If you have unprocessed trauma, this might trigger you. Just letting you know.
yeah, I guess if you have trauma related to margaritas and stuff, we're just going at it from a
Yeah.
humor sense. But
This lady's loopy.
yeah, and so if you guys would like to tell us if it's true or if it's false, or I mean, go.
One margarita.
If you buy her one,
Spread her legs.
one margarita, spread the legs.
Buy her 2 margaritas. She will pounce right on your penis.
Right on it, right on it.
After 3 margaritas, she will grab your penis and put it in her mouth.
No, don't you put it in your mouth. We know this.
Till you ask someone you love.
It's true. I think I actually
it's okay
played the
to eat.
wrong command.
If it's okay to eat like a muffin or a beet.
If it's okay to eat.
You want me to beat your dick?
Oh no, that's the right one.
Want to beat my dick off?
I'll beat your dick off with both hands. What's up?
What's up? You guys want to know what happens with 4? It's just funny. She thinks that.
Margaritas.
4.
She will grab your penis and ram it right up her anus.
The whole crowd. She thinks these people are like, "You're so right. This is a bad
Sounds
person."
like one margarita is enough. I don't know why she keeps drinking. Oh, 5.
5 margaritas. 5.
Will strap it on and peg you.
For the record, I did not know I would do these things after 5 margaritas.
It's not true. It's not true. This isn't real.
Sorry.
Yes, don't do that. So the funny part of this is that, I mean, yes, that is indeed funny.
So it is funny, but it's also sad because she's like really crazy religious and believes this shit, right?
Yeah, she is trying to basically shame people, right?
But the thing is, I have 5, and I'm gonna peg you. What if you don't want to be pegged? Do you also have to have the 5?
Oh, so it's like an Uno reverse card. If we both have 5 margaritas, it's like, no, I have it, so I can cancel yours.
I mean, do you like? After 5 margaritas, I'm pegging you without your consent.
Moving on. The song has inspired, or sorry, this particular philosophical
We'll have to watch that trailer
philosophical view has been turned into a song.
Give me 1 margarita, I'ma open my leg. Give me 2 margaritas, I'ma give you some head. Give me 3 margaritas, I'ma put it in my puss. Give me 4 margaritas, I'ma put it in my tush. Give me 5 margaritas, I'ma get some fun. Give me 5 margaritas, I'ma put it in your
Give me 5 margaritas.
I'ma open my leg. Give me 2 margaritas, I'ma give you some head.
5 margaritas.
Give me 3 margaritas, give me 3 margaritas, I'ma put it in my puss. Give me 4 margaritas, I'ma put it in my tush. Give me 5 margaritas, give me 5 margaritas, give me. Why did you do that?
Oh shit, I turned the mic down. What do you mean, why'd you do that? That's fucking amazing. I hope it gives you guys a good start to your morning. You get your Monday Margarita Monday going.
Yeah, Margarita Monday. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Margarita Monday, if that's your thing.
Can we do it again?
Ted Waite's like, I'm going to a meeting now. I'm off to a meeting. Okay, Mr. Levity, just for you, we can.
If you buy her 1 margarita, she will spread her legs.
Give me
1 margarita, I'ma put my leg. Give me 2 margaritas,
I'ma give you some head. Give me 3 margaritas, I'ma put it in my puss. Give me 4 margaritas, I'ma put it in my tush. Give me 5 margaritas, I'ma get some fun. Give me 5 margaritas,
Five.
Give me 1 margarita, I'ma open my leg.
I'ma give you some head. 3.
Give me 3 margaritas, give me 3 margaritas, I'ma put it in my puss. Give me 4 margaritas, I'ma put it in my tush. Give me 5 margaritas, give me 5 margaritas.
5 margaritas, yo.
Why did you do that?
What's her Casati music? That's great. Casati music, you're brilliant.
Yeah. Here, post that link in chat in case anybody wants it.
I was like, ma'am, what are we doing?
So that was just something that we came across that we thought was
It made us happy.
It was happy.
It was a happy thing from a stupid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna kind of flip flop around here.
We should check out that trailer, Southland Tales.
Where is it?
Oh, we have to just search it. No one actually posted it.
Well, then we can't watch it. Just kidding. I don't know if I don't know. I think I allowed links, but sometimes it's weird like that. Cause I got 3 margaritas, I'ma put it in my what are we looking up?
Southland Tales.
Oh, The Rock? Is that The Rock?
It looks like it.
But like pre-HGH? Cause did he have 3 margaritas?
I'm going to tell you the story of the journey down the road not taken.
Whose voice is that?
This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends.
Unrelated, This Is the End. I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
What an amazing movie. The creator of Donnie Darko. Nice.
These are the sordid tales of how it all came crashing down.
This is an epic Los Angeles crime saga.
And you're researching your role?
Stifler!
It takes place in the near future.
Scientists are saying the future is going to be far more futuristic than they originally predicted.
What the hell's her
Sarah
name
Michelle
again?
Gellar.
Sarah Michelle, was she?
She was Buffy.
Buffy, yes.
You're gonna have to wear a bulletproof vest.
This is definitely pre-HGH rock.
What's it really about?
Yeah. This is when during his like slimming down period.
He looked...
When he was trying to be like more kind of regular leading man.
Yeah, when I see The Rock like this, I'm like, he is human.
That lady, she's Rita Skeeter from Harry Potter.
Skeeter?
Really here.
Oh, and that's John Lovitz.
Didn't John Lovitz recently pass away? No?
I hope not.
Someone must be hiding.
Let me look it up.
The nervous breakdown of the century.
Nothing that a killer, a porn star, and a tattoo parlor can't handle.
I've never
was,
seen this. Looks good. I've never seen.
Yeah, I've never
this.
seen... What's her name? God, I hate that so much. How many times have we like, everyone's done this, where you look in the mirror and you're like, could you imagine if
John Lovitz
from
is
those
so
horror
good.
movies where like you're looking at a mirror and all of a sudden they like wink at you or something?
Oh yeah.
Like that's like the freakiest.
Or you move and it doesn't.
Yeah, like this.
It is time for a surgical strike.
Oh, that's what's her name. I haven't seen her in forever.
I'm a pimp, and pimps don't commit suicide.
Mandy Moore.
Everybody knows that. Pimps don't commit suicide.
Yeah, this is when he was going by Dwayne Johnson, not just The Rock.
I've never heard of
I've never heard of this. Yeah, me neither.
2006. We read that article the other day that Sean William Scott made $8 grand on
American
Pie.
Pie.
She was in like all the scary movies. She's the one that,
in the world if everyone just got a little more cardio.
you know what I mean? Yeah, that seems very
yeah.
interesting. Also, what is a Dementor from Harry Potter?
Yes.
Because there's a movie in theaters right now that people are
Oh,
ragging
The
on.
Voyage of Demeter.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, Demeter is like a Greek goddess.
Scratch that.
She was the one that was married to Hades, I believe. But The Voyage of Demeter, I'm pretty sure, is like a vampire movie.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, sorry. I thought it said Dementor. It doesn't matter. You're kidding me. Oh, Washington Post gets sucked.
Yeah, they do that. But there's a AI app you can talk with Jesus.
Right, we'll go Business Insider. So, yeah, I mean, AI.
Oh, for $2.99 a month, you can unlock Satan.
I mean, who gives better advice? Who knows? I feel like with AI, you just use it long enough, every once in a while, it spits out a Satan-like answer. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
So, yeah, there is an AI-powered app. Lets users text with Jesus. And for an additional $2.99, you can text the Father of Darkness himself, the devil. Yeah, I mean, it was only about time, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been personally, I just want to learn to talk to animals.
I know, right? I just want to have a conversation with my cat.
Yeah. But yeah, Text with Jesus advertises that users can embark on a spiritual journey and engage in enlightening conversations with Jesus Christ and other biblical figures, including Mary and Joseph. According to the website, the app is powered by ChatGPT. Users can find comfort, guidance, and inspiration through their conversations. It's actually what I find funny about this is the Pope.
This gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Literally just came out like I think it was a couple days ago. Yeah, and he warns yesterday or a day ago. Pope Francis warns of the adverse effects of artificial intelligence. And I guarantee most of what he's worried about is people going, oh, fuck, I'm the Pope and AI knows more than I do. Will they speak the original he? Oh, there's also a Twitch stream that uses the Jesus AI app. He actually responds to chat. I mean,
This is all too weird for me.
you'd think all of the evangelicals in the States would be worried more about this than
probably
all the
love
other
it.
things.
I guess it depends which side of Christianity it sides on, right? Like, how's it been trained? Is it been trained to be like, more just...
That's true.
Like,
what did it pick for learning audience?
Exactly, because there's lots of different types of Christianity out there, and depending on who it's catering to, I'm gonna offend some people. If it caters more to the evangelical type of Christianity, it's gonna be peddling some hateful rhetoric.
Yeah, like just insanity.
Yeah.
But it says the application layout's simple. Click on any of the Holy Family figures. You'll be immediately greeted with the message, "Greetings, my friend. I am Jesus Christ, here to chat with you and offer my guidance and love. How may I assist you today? Have you found everything you were shopping for?" I added that last part. For just $2.99, users can also chat with some of Jesus' disciples. Though Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, and Simon appear to be missing from the list in addition to the Old Testament figures like Adam and Eve, Satan is also included. What the this is the... So we get very... When we hear people say the get your bag mentality, it upsets us. Because this is get your bag mentality.
Yeah.
Right? Like, not all religion... Most religions deserve to be made fun of in some way. I'm sorry. Like, at least in a not in a hateful way, but a,
yeah.
Did Jesus
poke fun of it?
Did Jesus actually make more fish and bread, or did he teach them how to portion? You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to poke jokes at that.
And I think good things stand up to the scrutiny of comedy.
But this is a little far. This is like basically the same as like that seed faith stuff, where you take somebody who has a very, very firm belief and manipulate that for your own benefit.
Yeah. I had a professor in university that, as kind of like a shits and giggles, let's see what happens thing, he sent some money to like this seed faith church in the States, and they like sent him this letter with a quarter taped to it, and they're like, "Now you have to send us back this quarter that is taped to this letter for like, good faith or whatever." So he did that, and then they sent him like a little piece of cloth and a little packet of water that they claimed to be like holy water. And they told him that they had to like put water on this cloth, and like, I don't know, shit got real weird. It was really funny. This was also like 15 years ago that he told me about it, so I don't really remember.
We had watched a video
10,
of somebody who started doing it, and basically they kept getting letters back like, you haven't sent money. You're going to hell.
Well, and
don't you care about prosperity?
They exploit people who don't have a lot of money.
If you can see Jinjee better. No, he's hobbled in his little dark hole.
Like I remember actually there was a woman in the States, her mother died of cancer. And after she died, she found, going through her mother's like financial statements and stuff, that instead of like going and getting cancer treatment, her mom kept giving money to this like seed faith church, because they basically kept promising like faith healing through like seed faith. And so instead of going and getting actual medical help, they basically like suckered this woman into sending them all of her money. And it just like stuff like that is really sad.
Yeah, it's always very...
I did not know the artist for Tool started a church.
Oh, really? It's always very, there's something about taking advantage. Yeah, being exploitative of people who mean well is something that crosses a line for a lot of people. Apparently something that crosses the line for a lot of people as well, especially when they're at the top of their game and they're about to take home a championship, is people playing Cotton Eye Joe.
I've been married a long,
Long
time
time
ago.
ago.
Where did you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I don't know about you guys. Every wedding you go to in Saskatchewan, more than likely Alberta,
I think we played it at our wedding.
probably Manitoba. Yeah, we
It's a
played
fun
it.
song. Every school dance I've ever been to, Cotton Eye Joe.
It's true.
At some point, especially if it was a Much Music dance. Oh, and
Much Music Dance Party.
Oh, Much Music dance parties were the fucking bomb.com. You know, you were going to like a really good, rich, ritzy school if you got a Much Music dance party. I know you got them at Vanier because I went to one once.
That's true. I went to one.
And the only
Also,
other time I went to one
mention the actual schools we went to.
is when I was in Army Cadets.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
strange.
because every year they would have like a dance party for us at the end of the season, and it would always be like a much dance party. But they would also come around with a ruler to make sure we were at least 12 inches away from each other.
Oh, good God. Yeah, I went to Catholic school, and they didn't do that, surprisingly.
Yeah.
I think because Catholics kind of want you to make more Catholics, you know what I mean?
But also, like, you're teenagers, so you're not supposed to like encourage any of those emotions until you're married. So push it down. Don't touch each other.
But yes, obviously that segues back into tennis. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, tennis.
Cotton Eye Joe was randomly started playing during this Canadian pro tennis tournament in the midpoint. So it's in Montreal, and this is an American player versus a Polish player. I mean, if you're really big on tennis, you can look up the actual match stats themselves. There was a blah 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 set up for a big old game, but in the middle of the stadium. Honestly,
just came on mid-rally.
What's the person from Poland's probably like, what the fuck was that?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Are we in Texas?
Were they about to rip Texas? Wait. Honestly, that was almost intentional, I think. Right before she goes to hit that volley, I think that was intentional. Some guy's sitting there in the booth like,
no.
No.
You forgot not, Joe. I've been married
Long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. But yes, very professional. I think they should have just kept playing. New face cam. Oh,
I was like, is this really happening right now? Like,
the classic. If you don't know that song, it's like when they randomly played the national anthem here. Cotton Eye Joe is not our national anthem.
We should look at
It's
this
close.
Chapel of Sacred Mirrors.
Is that what it's called?
That's what the Tools Church is called.
Short
Chappelle.
meeting, nice. What I pell?
You put you put Chappelle, not
Blah
Chapel.
blah blah. The Chapel of
Sanctuary.
Sacred Mirrors.
Sanctuary of Visionary Art. I mean, based off what I'm seeing right here,
This looks very Tool.
Yeah, it looks a lot like their album art.
This looks very Tool.
Like someone who's done a lot of LSD and looked at a lot of religious shit.
It's just in a regular house. Oh shit! Oh man, are those space chairs? Oh no, those are. You know it's a cult when two people have special chairs. That's all I'm saying. If all of these people, look at this guy is prime for manipulation right here. Oh.
It only becomes really cult-like when you are
it's the
not allowed
Illuminati.
to,
That's why Code likes it.
when you're not allowed to talk to your other family members, and they encourage isolation from like outward society.
I think that was a naked person. Well,
as long as you know.
Special chairs slightly higher than everyone else. That, I mean, honestly, that is almost as crazy as this strawberry they found in Antarctica, which is actually a sea creature with 20 arms.
I don't get the strawberry like thing.
That doesn't look like a strawberry to you.
In any way, shape, or form, I don't understand how you can compare this to a strawberry.
You wouldn't eat that.
No.
It looks like
feathers.
If you handed me a pile of ropes and said, organize this, that's what it would look like when I was done.
To me, it looks like if you were to take a bird that is currently mid-gestation process and take its feathers out,
or like if you
when in the Philippines they have balu or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
That looks like the feathers of the thing.
So the scientific name is AI red.
Chromacocrinus fragarius.
Prometiocrinus fragarius.
Sure. Thank you, computer. And according to the study, the name is derived from the Latin word fragum, which means a strawberry.
I don't get it.
In a surprising discovery, it was an Australian and U.S. team that found this in an expedition in Antarctica. Apparently, it's being dubbed the Antarctic strawberry feather. Since it resembles the shape of a strawberry, it has about 20 arms, and the creature's color can range from purplish to dark reddish.
It is not the shape of a strawberry.
Yeah, so...
I don't know what planet these people live on.
Yeah, if you find a strawberry like this, don't eat it.
Don't eat that strawberry.
Just put it back. Maybe wash your hands.
I don't see the strawberry comparison. I see the feathers.
Yeah.
I don't see the strawberry.
I
feel like
find this whole exploration of the melting Antarctica scarier than the thought of aliens coming.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Piccolo from Dragon Ball is frozen in Antarctica right now, and as it melts, or like King Kong or Godzilla.
And he'll escape from his rice cooker?
Yeah. And, if Piccolo escapes from his rice cooker, we're all going down.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, space is interesting. And when I think about space, you think of all the amazing things that come to the future. But what if space came to us in the past? Bah! A meteorite that crashed to the Earth 3,500 years ago was carved into an arrowhead by Bronze Age hunter in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of neat, just thinking of the idea of finding that material versus the other materials that you'd been using.
Yeah.
It was probably like part of, I don't know, I can't think of a famous Viking person that used arrows. Bluetooth.
He probably used a sword.
Yeah, in the late 1800s, they actually found it in Morgen, Switzerland. It's apparently 3,000 years old. And on the outside, it looks like a typical arrowhead coated in rust, which I would imagine an arrowhead coated in rust would be like... What?
Weird, because that's metal.
This metal, it's 3,000-year-old metal. Where could it possibly come from?
Hello, Violetta.
Violetta, lurking in the background, still potato time.
Potatoes.
Well, we seen your the picture you added of that potato.
We both agree that you're a far more interesting person than both of us.
Yeah, you are more interesting than us, and yet you're watching us stream.
Yeah.
Some of these. Yeah, I just found a couple of things that we thought were kind of, not a lot of stuff goes on the weekend sometimes, which isn't a bad thing when you're looking at oddities in the news. Someone say potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. We got this. It was more something that I thought was interesting more than Krissy, mainly because I used to work in the service world where maintaining facilities, dealing with customer emergencies and dangerous situations. Public services like electrical, gas, power, water, blah blah blah. Right. Well, in Ontario or Ottawa, there's actually a strike right now for the local electrical union. And this is a picture that they had posted basically as like a rallying cry to people as to why having properly trained, properly compensated people doing this job is important.
Why having scabs is bad.
So the Ottawa City hired scabs to fix a broken power pole, and this is how they fixed it. They, as you can see, this has several feeds coming off of it. As to their voltage, I'm not sure, but this is not what people are paying increasingly higher prices for, right? Like, I guarantee your electrical bills haven't gone down anywhere, and you're paying more for electricity, but only so shareholders can put it in their pockets, not so they'll replace. This pole is even like, the reason it snapped is because it's probably 50 fucking years old. We have power poles all around us in the rural area that are like this. There's some of them in water that are like in water that look like they're being held up by the power lines, right? So I just, again, this is just something that I found more interesting as something that happened, you know, part of my past life, work life. But when you take people that are given the time and the compensation to fix something, they will do a good job if you give it to them. But as you take away enough time to do things properly, or you just fill in positions with contractors and stuff, they're going to cut corners, because the contractor doesn't make money for how well they do a job. It's how quickly they do a job. And it's, so just, you know, kind of beware. Just be in a time when infrastructure is falling apart everywhere because people have kind of stopped maintaining it. These types of things can be dangerous. So, you know, be smart what you walk underneath. Oh, my sister-in-law and nephew just got back from Slovenia. They said the weather was interesting. Did you guys see the news about that serial home invader that was finally caught?
Serial home invader? In, like, the States?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do read a lot of other, like, you know, very not so happy news to talk about stuff. But maybe I seen that one. This one was just, I thought, quite interesting, more so for the value mentioned. So, these in Harris County in Texas, rightfully so, a woman won a lawsuit against her ex-boyfriend who published revenge pornography. But the case itself, she was awarded $1.2 billion with a B. So
I mean, good for her. That's a lot of money.
I guess it absolutely, like I said, she was, you know, it's a absolute disgusting thing, right? And she'll never be able to get rid of it, right? It's always out there. So how much is that violation worth? And I mean, technically it'd be really hard to, you know, it'd have to be a case by case basis, but even then you might not be able to put a value on it. But the likelihood of an individual, not a company, not a oil baron, being able to pay someone $1.2 billion, they say most people earn, like, I don't know, it's like $2 million in a lifetime.
Well, that's right up there with, like, Gary Bowser being imprisoned for a year and then having to pay Nintendo $10 million.
At this point, at $1.2 billion, you might as well jail the person.
Good for her.
Or like,
I mean, she's definitely due some sort of monetary compensation, but there's no way, like, unless that person who was exploiting her for that content was already a billionaire, that they would ever be able to pay that back.
Well, even then, I guess Elon Musk could have. He wasted $44 billion. He could have paid that lawsuit almost 40 times over. So I mean, I guess it's true. I guess that's true, right? What was the serial home invader? Probably not that article. It was kind of a joke. You should check the link.
link.
Did it strip the link? Did you put it in Discord? Serial snake burglar? What the fuck? Of course it's in... Oh no, that's California. I thought it was Florida. I don't see a link.
Speaking of snake burglar, there was an incident a few years ago here in Saskatchewan where somebody went into a Tim Hortons and threw a snake at a person working.
Yeah.
They were
just serving coffee.
Yeah, the customer was
Hucking
pissed
snakes.
for whatever reason, and then threw a snake at the person working behind the till. I think it was a garter snake, wasn't it? Either way.
Yeah, it wasn't like a deadly. We
No.
don't have a lot of deadly snakes.
Either way,
where we are.
don't throw snakes at people.
Yeah,
That's-
like rule of
it's a fucked
thumb.
up thing to
Rule
do.
of thumb.
Yeah.
Don't throw snakes. Oh shit! I threw a snake at my dad before when we were golfing.
There's a church in the States where they throw rattlesnakes at each other because there's one version of the Bible that has they've interpreted one line that God will protect you from the poison of snakes or some shit like that.
Suck it out, Jim.
They decided that a great way to test this theory is just huck rattlesnakes at each other.
Yeah.
People have died.
If
Because,
you
as
get
stated, throwing snakes at each other is not a good idea.
This is so Code Synth sent this link in Discord.
Oh, Hank the Tank.
Frickin' Hank the Tank. We got ourselves a big boy here on the chonk scale. Hank the Tank. Ooh. Hank the Tank, the bear behind 21 home invasions, has been captured near Lake Tahoe. Jeez Louise.
What are they gonna do with them?
A large black bear is believed to be a notorious bandit, was apprehended by wildlife biologists. Authorities in town of South Lake Tahoe, California, have been on the lookout for exceptionally large animals since February 2022. After they reported that one single male bear had been the cause of 152 reports of conflict behavior, including 28 home break-ins. They referred to the animal as Hank the Tank. Remember that one video we seen of the one bear that crawled up into that second floor of that house?
Yeah.
And I wonder if that was in Lake Tahoe. DNA testing confirmed that the bear was tested on Friday. They take DNA samples.
Hank the Tank is a lady.
When bears break into houses, the wildlife teams go and take DNA samples to compare to catching that actual animal. I did not know there was animal CSI. That is fucking awesome.
It's saying that they normally euthanize conflict bears, but this isn't an ordinary bear. More homes they were vandalized were in the ritzy waterfront community.
Eat the rich!
Yeah! Fuck yeah, Hank the Tank!
About 100 miles east of Sacramento, the more the public came to the defense of Hank the Tank, blaming the bear's behavior on unsecured garbage cans and habitat encroachment. It's created a lot. Oh, the Colorado governor welcomed them to get the bear to get veterinary clearance and named Henrietta the Tank. Interesting.
Doesn't have the same ring. Hank the Tank.
Yeah. You'd have to change it to like Henrietta the...
Yeah. Is there a female name that rhymes with
Poinsettia.
Hank? I don't think there is. I can't think of a female name that rhymes with Hank.
I have to go to the bathroom. And anything you would like to talk to them about while I go? Or should I go and be right back for a moment?
I mean, I can look at those trailers for that crazy movie that I was talking about earlier.
I was trying to not have to go to the bathroom, but...
You go pee outside. So...
I use nature's toilet.
Yes, he likes to go outside.
There's something soothing about it.
I really enjoy, cheesy movies. So, Troll 2, is one of my favorite movies. Buckaroo Banzai is a great movie. And I don't know. I like weird shit. So I saw this trailer the other day, and like, this isn't kind of like, those two movies I just listed are more funny. This just looks a little bit strange, but I'm intrigued, truly intrigued to see this movie. 1990 with Viggo Mortensen. Already weird.
Terrible things happen quite naturally.
In the mind of Philip Ridley. I don't know who that is. That's a big old frog. So, from what I understand, is that woman is a vampire.
Are you a scarecrow, son?
No.
I was hoping you were. We'll be seeing you.
I don't like
Would you
this bit.
that?
I don't like that bit at all.
Every time you make your ma cry, you kill an angel. I make my ma cry all the time. Sometimes I just look at her and she cries.
A cult classic. Yeah, it's creepy. It looks interesting.
Oh, sweet good God.
You're all surprised.
Tell me, how old do you think I am?
How old am I?
50.
Rude, bro.
I'm 200 years old.
That's what I was actually gonna say, but I thought it'd be mean.
Barbaros!
That's where that Zoolander scene came from. The gas party.
Shiny, it's like a mirror. You see your face in it.
Listen, you little bastard. I love her. You understand? I love her.
Okay.
And like what that has to do with anything?
I don't know. But I want to find out.
The nightmare of childhood.
She's got him now, Aben. There's nothing I can do.
What is that? Oh!
Innocence can be hell.
I don't know. But I think it looks weird.
A little bit.
And my interest is piqued. One might say.
He's so back in the dark.
I know, he's so back in the dark.
Yeah, I mean it. Yes, yeah, me no likey, right? It leaves you with that sense of like after you see something like this, it kind of throws you off a bit, and it just right in your face. My anxiety. Here, we got 3 relatively positive stories, Mr. Lev.
Yes, we did watch the trailer for Southland Tales. That looks really interesting.
Yeah, we'll probably end up watching it.
Yeah.
Skinny Rock is the most
Skinny Rock
is the most amazing part. Now his fucking like buckle muscle is like buccal muscles like the size of my fucking bicep. But we got some nice positive stories here. We'll start with one. Unfortunately, validates
Just wink at them as a sausage?
some of the craziness
How dare you?
that really rich people are wasting money on something that might actually either be worth it or not. But it looks like Mars did actually have water in it at one point. Which, I don't know, I assume that means that we're going to turn Earth into what Mars has become.
Yeah.
But yeah, the NASA's Curiosity rover has discovered the first evidence.
It sounded like you said NASA's, but I know you said
NASA's.
NASA's.
Parnassus?
But it sounded like you said NASA's.
NASA's? NASA's? Curiosity rovers discovered the first evidence that Mars once had a climate which alternated between wet and dry seasons, similar to Earth. And this study came out on Wednesday, so it may have had the right conditions to support life. I believe not. You know, some people have made the joke, I shouldn't say joke. Some people who watch Ancient, or who are on Ancient Aliens, have said, like, maybe humans came from Mars. But there's still a problem with, like, gravity.
Isn't that the panspermia theory?
Well, panspermia
that, like,
is...
as an asteroid, like, kind of came, it, like, brought the building blocks of life. It, like, hit off other planets and, like, picked up amino acids and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's as likely as anything, considering we know Earth was fucking pelted with rocks. But though the surface of Mars is now an arid desert, billions of years ago, rivers and vast lakes are thought to have stretched across the surface. So you're telling me Nestle already made it to Mars? Yeah, they've taken all the water out of BC and every other Great Lake. Since 2012, the Curiosity rover has been exploring the huge Gale crater, which is believed to be home of the former lake and has a massive mountain of sediment nearly 6 kilometers high. So when a lake dries up and the mud cracks, and when it fills back up, the cracks heal. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
It... Personally, I'm not a science man. I would prefer if a lot of the technology they use to figure this out about Mars, they instead invested in not happening on Earth. But yes.
Oh, but you know that loses people money because it's not, you know, using fossil fuels industry.
But yeah, I mean, sounds like things are on a little bit of a downturn.
Maybe, who knows?
So the price of it'll go up, but hopefully in the not too distant future, there's better options. But Curiosity has already detected the presence of organic compounds considered to be the building blocks of life on Mars. Interesting. But these building blocks need to be in the right conditions. Yeah, that would make sense.
You need to have the right Giardia soup.
Yeah, you got to have the right Giardia bisque. But to go along with the pollution aspect of things, or fossil fuel oriented stuff, in a first, wind and solar generated more power than coal in the United States of America. The solar panels energy in California desert at sunset with the mountains in the background is this one here. So when I was I've only flown to Vegas once in my life. And I seen a huge solar setup in the desert, which I was like, yeah, it's a fucking desert. Mm-hmm. Load that bitch up.
What town is it here in Saskatchewan?
Craik,
yeah. They have one side is kind of like a normal side of town, and then the other side of the highway is like the eco village, and it's basically like a bunch of hippies and like solar panels. It's great.
Yeah. It's we've always wanted to check out more about it, but the problem is I'm sure once you go in there, they're like, no, come look at mine.
Stay forever.
Yeah. But yeah, basically it was through May, a review of the federal data shows that the first time renewables have outpaced coal for the American power generation.
Good.
And from coal's perspective, it's been a disaster, which is a good thing.
One thing I didn't think of in regards to wind farms is, so during the winter, when you get snow and ice buildup on the propellers, is that stuff slings off as it's turning.
I don't know if you guys have seen a wind turbine close up. But it's huge. A lot bigger than you think.
They're fucking massive.
And apparently they can fling like stalactites off of them in the right climate that it's cooling as they're spinning. And I never even thought of that.
Here in Saskatchewan during the winter, probably not the greatest climate to have like a wind.
Yeah, that's our greatest hurdle.
Unless you somehow work into like that they can like melt or something. Yeah. But even then, I don't like, you're still going to create icicles.
Yeah, the problem is our province is looking for a nationalistic or a provincialistic solution when our neighbor has more power than they know what to do with. That's
with the
created through hydroelectricity.
Yeah, Manitoba has so much hydro.
The problem
power.
is we don't work together. We're like, no, we got to use our own, and the only thing we have is fucking dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
And we buy it from that province beside us who has a dinosaur bones.
Our province is like, oh, there's no way that we would be able to fuel ourselves on renewable resources. We need the coal. And it's like, well, no, you need to focus on like multiple sources. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and each place might require something different type of thing. But yeah, it looks like the only other time it beat them was when hydropower was counted. And hydro's huge, right? Like, technically, California, like the Hoover Dam, is a hydroelectric dam, right? So taking that out and it just using wind and solar, that is pretty crazy. Maybe it does have... I know that everything comes with maintenance costs and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I'm sure there's cadmium or something, beryllium in the parts that come from a...
But isn't there maintenance costs for gas?
Yeah.
So, like, everything has a maintenance cost. You're just creating a new industry.
Yeah.
You're creating new jobs in a new sector.
Which is actually... So, Saskatchewan and Alberta's biggest problem is because... we relied on predominantly fossil fuels, our existence for electricity, that we have set back the clock on creating those job opportunities. Yeah. And all the companies that were looking for space to build windmill factories and all that shit, they skipped over us because we didn't have any incentives for them to stay. And now they're like, wow, we're getting rid of gas and we're going to lose all these jobs. It's like, yeah, because you're fucking dumb. You, instead of going with what was potentially the future, you held on to the past, and then you were like, well, what do you mean that I can't use whatever anymore? Just, I don't know. Wind farms are great for everyone except birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Everything offsets in a way that is unexpected, right?
I was going to say, speaking of birds, there was like a weird... gull family reunion going
just
on
last
above us
yesterday. Hundreds of them just flying around. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Look, like you said, maybe they're looking for a mate. They're at the dance.
Yeah, it was weird.
But the last thing that we found that was kind of just a nice little initially I was like, a little like, oh, I bet you this is people not wasting time at their jobs or blah blah blah. But this police officer returned a lost soccer ball. So a woman in Texas accidentally called 911 while looking for her son's soccer ball, and then a deputy showed up at the door. And obviously they had to explain it was an accident, and they sent this deputy out on a welfare call, which, and I thought was actually quite good, right? Like she probably hung up as soon as she realized that she called 911, or even if she said, can you help me find my son's soccer ball? We were thinking to ourselves, maybe it's taken as like I'm in trouble, but I can't say I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I'm ordering a pizza.
Yeah. Because I know that there was a case, I believe it was here in Canada, where somebody was abducted or whatever, but they were calling... They were making a really strange pizza order.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but... I was just going to say, basically, the deputy showed up and she jokingly told him, if you see the ball, let me know. And I guess 2 minutes later, he turned around, knocked on the door and said, here's your soccer ball.
I had an instance once where I accidentally called 911. I was working at Pennington's, and they made us do, they would give us call lists, and we had to call top clients to let them know about sales sometimes. Fucking hated it. And so in Moose Jaw, all landlines begin with the number 69. Fun fact about Moose Jaw.
69!
So I was calling somebody's number, and the phone number began 6911 something something something. And so I dialed the number, but for some reason the phone decided to ignore all of the other numbers except for the 911 bit in the phone number. So I'm like calling to let this lady know there's a fucking sale on plus size clothes. And then I end up speaking to a fucking dispatcher at 911 and they're like, well, we still technically need to send somebody out just in case. I'm just like, no, you really don't.
Where I worked with natural gas, if somebody mentioned anything about the term smell, if they said, well, I might smell it, or my husband farted and I smell something, we had to go. There was no, becomes a liability that we might know that and not go. But that's so crazy. But yeah, that was just a couple of things over the weekend we thought might be, a little catch up on Monday. I mean, obviously there's bad things going on. Our prayers go out to those in Maui.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure I read about a couple other natural disasters. I think in British Columbia, there's a couple places that are supposed to be over 40 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't even know. Our fucking thing only goes up. Well, no, it does go down to 30, but it's hot. Yeah. Hope we're supposed to be in the 30s, which is hot. Too hot for me, being that, my skin is marshmallow white. Yeah. But
I like to think that one day in the far future, historians studying the early 21st century will stumble upon our YouTube channel and they'll be watching this and they'll get snapshots into the everyday lives of Canadians.
Well,
it's like when society was falling apart during late stage capitalism and the heat wave.
It's like when we ask the neighbors if they have any historical information about
like,
where we are now, they'll have an AI search in the future. They'll probably type in what used to be here, and it might show us.
Yeah.
3 people in the future are going to see this. Kidding. But, you guys, we got some stuff to do. We got to roll into town. I got to put on some non-long sleeve clothes because it's getting warm.
It's going to be 30 degrees today.
Yeah. Jinjee wasn't very entertaining for you guys.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. But we care about you.
We do.
Forever. Even if you just flop your little dingy dongers around.
And always.
Forever. Ribs. But, yes. Thanks for stream. Thanks for the great to see everybody who was able to make it out. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day.
Yes,
we will see you soon.
Yes.
Bye. Take care. Much love.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.